Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. This is the Papa Joe Show, where Papa Joe knows I am your host, Papa Joe, and I really do appreciate you all being here today. Do me a favor. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe and grab the bell. That way you hear and see every time I come online and go live. I do that every day at 12:30, as my regulars know. And then I also have a Patreon show in the afternoon at 4:30 as well. So I do 2 live shows per day. And I do them live because I want to be real. I don't have a lot of time to do all the editing, and so it kind of makes it work out in both for all of us, if you will. So I would like to have a real conversation with everybody when we go throughout these shows here. Also, if those of you who want to jump into that Patreon, that's where I could take gloves off and have fun with not really worrying about having a filter from a standpoint of being concerned about what is said around the different subjects of the day. So I really kind of dig into the nuts and bolts of different things. And you know what? I do that because there needs to be somebody out there saying something around what's going on. And the Patreon allows me to do that because if the plumbing goes away, I just stand it up again and put the videos back, and you guys can keep enjoying them and going from there. That's realistically the only reason that is there. So our First Amendment is under attack, and that is my way around getting that out there. So if you want to check it out, great. If you don't, if it's not for you, no worries. No hurt feelings or anything like that. So yeah, it's not a whole lot, but it is definitely there for that. And if you want to continue in any other way to support the channel, check out Crypto Confidential. It is more educational related things around crypto, also from a group of people who are literally living what we'll call the crypto life. They're actually living life with cryptocurrency, and that's it. They're making it, they're using it, they're spending it, and they're living their life in general in those ways. They've got very, very, very a unique team of individuals who are writing for that publication at the same time in the community as well. I'm in there doing different things as well from time to time. So definitely check it out. It is worth it. It is worth the investment. It really is. So also there's a live chat running in YouTube here. If you guys and gals go ahead and have a conversation there, and what I'll do is I'll say hey to everyone towards the end of the show, and we'll kind of treat that as a Q&A as well. So if you have questions, concerns, comments, etc., throw them in the chat, and we'll take a look at them once we get towards the end of the show there. So without further ado, we are going to take a look at what the heck has been going on. So last week, everything just kind of fell off the rockers whenever good old Federal Reserve decided to raise the rates by 50 basis points. Now, on this show, I don't know if other shows say this stuff, but on my show, we have been saying for some time that as the markets in general fall, so as there are major turmoil, as they fall, cryptos will follow. But at some point, they will stop because people like ourselves are not going to sell out of Bitcoin. They're not going to sell out of this because we believe that the blockchain technology underneath is freedom for humanity. Realistically speaking, I'm not letting it go. I'm not selling my Bitcoin. I'm not selling any of my crypto, if you will. I'm not going to give them any crypto on sell, so to speak, to buy. So the less liquidity there is, the less likely that the price will continue to fall. Do you see what I'm getting at? It'll create a floor, if you will. So if there are people rushing in and selling their crypto right now, this is not financial advice, tax advice, or legal advice, but that is legit stupid at this point in time. This is where you accumulate more. This is how and when you just get more. You get your dry powder. This is where it is, right? We got Bitcoin is down so far in the 1800s, right? But I wanted to point something out to you guys and gals. Who has noticed this? I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Wow, that did not do so well. Bitcoin's price right now on Coinbase is 32,222 or thereabouts. The Dow Jones is 32,500 or thereabouts. They are literally almost the same price. Now, I wonder what the crap that means. Makes you kind of wonder. Bitcoin's down about 5.5%, and the Dow's only down about 1.2%. They're trying to get their buddies to stay in my opinion. They're trying to get them to stay in. I realistically don't know, other than the fact that people are actually concerned about the markets in general. Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is the exit strategy out of the dollar. It is. I don't care if you think it isn't. It is. The reason it is because it is sound money. Just like gold and silver is sound money, Bitcoin is kind of, sort of, in a lot of different ways, a digital version of that. It isn't gold and silver, okay? It just isn't, all right? Gold and silver has been the store of value and the transfer of value for the past more than 5,000 years, all right? And then in 2008, we cue Bitcoin, which is very, very similar in regards to how it is. Its functionality and character traits, whatever you want to call it, are very, very similar, all right? But it's digital. It's not, and you can't physically hold it in your hand, if you will, unless you're holding a miner, and that's a little bit of a different discussion altogether. By the way, drinking black coffee. This was a Guatemalan. What are you guys and gals drinking? Throw it in the chat, and I'll love to take a look at that in a little bit. So, with that information is very unique to me. I'm sitting here kind of going, they're pretty close to the daggum same price. It's very weird. Every daggum crypto, every daggum stock is down. You want to know what's up though? Let's see if it's where is it? Axie has been up and down. You know what else is up? The daggum mortgage rates. 30-year mortgage rates is 5.27% on a 30-year mortgage. That happened, so everything's down. On my show, we have been saying everything will go down, and everything will continue to go down, and it will include crypto, because there are weak hands in crypto. There are people in crypto who have no idea what they're doing with it, and they're not realizing that crypto is the exit strategy. They're pulling it into the dollar. They're actually selling into the dollar. Why would you sell into the dollar when the dollar is failing? The dollar is worth nothing. This is what inflation means. Inflation is a hidden tax. They printed too much money, where therefore the things that you buy, the coffee beans, the tomatoes, the steaks, the hamburgers, the whatever you buy, it costs you more of those dollars because there are more of those dollars in circulation to buy the same exact goods and services. No, there is not realistically. There is a supply chain problem, and that is adding to it. But it's not like it's not enough to cause that kind of a problem. No. This is the early effects, by the way, mind you, early effects of what happens when you have a Federal Reserve who prints 80% of the current US dollar supply in 2 years. So from 1913, when the Federal Reserve was created, to 2021, 2022, or excuse me, 2020, 2021, they had only printed 20% of the dollar supply, or they had kept it in and out, basically. And then in the past 2 years, they printed 80% of the current supply. That is a massive inflation problem, and we are just now starting to see the very beginning effects of this. And I addressed this on my Patreon show. Now, if you want to go and take a look at that, I forget what day it was Thursday or Friday last week. I addressed what I think was the whole point of doing that, and why the former administration did that. Now, it isn't necessarily a bad thing, but in all things, there's stuff coming. Let's just put it that way. All right, let's jump into here. So good old fortune. Bitcoin price is now 50% down from its peak, and the crypto plunge continues. Now, everything's going down, just like I've been saying. It's going to continue to go down. Now, this is as of this morning. It is almost 6% as of right now. Bitcoin is having a heyday, going down. And the rest of the markets aren't quite going down as much. Makes you kind of wonder what's going on. Who's got the money? Divvies. I mean, they're all kind of doing this. The weird thing is that gold and silver is too. To me, usually that's where people run to, right? Maybe it's all that Bitcoin that all the idiots around the world sent over to Ukraine. Yes, I don't necessarily agree with at all the narrative that you're being told. I don't agree with it. You need to go over to the Patreon to figure out why. I cannot say why here. It will get the channel pulled off. It will literally be ripped down. So go check that out if you want to know why. But I don't agree with what's going on. I don't agree with the narrative around Ukraine in general. I wish I could tell y'all right now what's going on. No, anyway, Bitcoin is continuing to fall Monday after a rough weekend, dropping 5.2% over the 24 hours, 32.9, which we are at 32, just about straight up 32. At 7 a.m. Eastern Time. This marks the fifth consecutive down day for Bitcoin, sending the market price to less than half of what it was at its all-time high of $69,000 in November. Guys and gals, there's so few Bitcoin in circulation. These numbers are the exchanges and their paper trading. The on-chain transactions and data is significantly different. If you want to know what that is, go check out, I think it's Glassnode. Let's actually pull it up. Glassnode.com. Crypto market tops and bottoms. It is a very, very useful tool for actually looking at all kinds of charts and information around different cryptos. Go check it out. Anyhow, the fall isn't exclusive to Bitcoin. Ethereum, its second largest crypto, has also felt. I can't read apparently. By 5% from the start of the week to 24.44. So we are at, where is Ethereum? That's EOS. Yep, 23.50 right now, which is almost 7% down. Okay. Been saying it on the show. Everything's going to come down. Don't worry about it. Everything's going to come down. The reason I say don't worry about it is because it's accumulation point for all of us to be able to get more. One, to accumulate more. And two, the rest of the market, the Bitcoin and other cryptos will stop eventually. It will stop. All right. Because there will be a point where people like myself, and there's a lot of us, will just say, I'm not selling anything. And if there's nothing for these people to buy, if there's no more selling, the price stops. Right? It becomes a floor, a hard floor. Now, this is something very interesting here as well. Bitcoin whales jumping ship as exchange inflows reach 3-month high. The Bitcoin market appears to be reacting or retracing the gains it has made since January, as whales may be exiting and selling on central exchanges, according to Glassnode. Again, Glassnode is a really, really good place for you to go find information on this stuff. Man, I love my coffee. All right. The number of Bitcoin whales is rapidly decreasing to levels not seen since earlier this year, possibly due to the 3-month high of coin inflows to centralized exchanges. So that's CEXs. So a DEX is a decentralized exchange, right? Now, I'm going to come over here for just a second. Decentralized exchanges literally they're effectively derivative exchanges. They're paper trading the price of the different coins, and then the only time that it actually goes as a transaction on the blockchain is when you exit the exchange into a private wallet. That is how that works. It's basically derivatives on all these exchanges. So you got Coinbase's derivative exchange, Binance's derivative exchange. You can have fun all day long, left and right, and it makes it a centralized problem. Now, when the crypto community, the real people in this community, like myself, like most of my regulars here, when we all sit there and say enough, man, I can't wait till Divi finishes what they're working on. It's going to make this stuff so much easier for people to just get in and do their exchanging on an app that's decentralized and does nothing to do. It's all on chain. Has nothing to do with anything a centralized exchange. And if they ever do their on-off ramp that they're talking about doing, man, this is going to allow freedom to truly reign with our money again. These centralized exchanges are literally just paper trading the stuff. I realistically want to know when Coinbase, when the CEO of Coinbase, when the CEO of Binance, when the CEO of Kraken, when are you people going to sit there and go, we're not helping this community. We're not helping the prices of this stuff. We're giving an area for the traditional market makers, the traditional traders to come in and do the same thing they've been doing with gold and silver. I wonder when that conversation is going to be had. I'd love to have that conversation because they're only hurting everything else and hurting them. They're shooting themselves in the foot. Realistically, they really are. I don't know why that went over to that one. That is not what I'm on. So my sharing here didn't quite flip over. Hang on. Remove. Come back over here. Like really, really remove. Hang on. Something happened. Oh, joy. Screen sharing was canceled. Make sure you click to share. Yay. Let's see what happens. That's hilarious. It's not showing anything. Oh, well, wonderful. All right. Well, we'll just kind of go with it today, shall we? The last little thing I was going to kind of talk about here was Polygon. Polygon, as we all know, or Matic, if you will, Polygon is down significantly from where it was. It was up almost to let's see, its high point was just under $3. Now it is at 83 cents. Okay. It's taking a hit too. Everything's taking a hit. It's not necessarily it's a great place to get in. It's below $1. There's a lot of people who are wanting this below $1, and guess what? It's below $1. Ethereum, Polygon, Solana, NFT is finally coming to over 3 billion Facebook and Instagram users. So, for those of you who don't know, when Matic was first created, it was set up, and if I'm not mistaken, I could be very mistaken. I'm not trying to say I'm perfect at this at all. But, and I want you guys and gals in the chat, if I misspeak, please call me out. I don't want to misspeak to anyone. Please make sure that I have the correct information. Anyways, Polygon was Matic initially, and when Matic was first launched and they had their wallet set up, there was a tab inside of it called NFTs. I had never heard of an NFT, and those of you who know, I've been in this space since almost the beginning. When NFTs became a thing, Matic was probably one of the first, if not the first, platform to actually consider thinking about anything to do with an NFT or non-fungible token. Now, today, NFTs are a very big deal. There's lots of reasons for them. As I say on the show kind of often, I realistically don't. I've played with the NFT stuff. I've looked into them. They're programmable, all that fun stuff. They're great. It's fun, cool stuff. I don't look at them as the way most people do. Yes, the artists need to have their royalties, and they think that's very important and very, very smart. And this whole community to be able to be behind all that. What the real value will be for NFTs is buying and selling property, real estate, representing value, maybe of bars of gold or silver or something, some sort of representation of value for a physical world good inside of a blockchain, with smart contracts surrounding it, allowing different things to automatically trigger when different business criteria, etc., is met in the transactional phase, if you will. This is it's, in my opinion, is where NFTs need to be, and they're in the process of getting there. Okay, we are in the process of getting to that point, and that's fantastic. I cannot wait for that kind of stuff to happen. I would love to buy a house with an NFT. That the NFT represents the deed, represents the ownership that you have of that home, etc., etc. I think that would be very, very cool. It's gonna end up happening. It already is happening. Anyhow, Instagram integrates NFTs. They're using the Polygon network. They're using the Sol network or Solana, and they're using the Ethereum network. Now, if you've ever minted an NFT, I have a couple. If you mint it on the Ethereum blockchain, it's slow, it's expensive, and if people want to buy it, they have to not only buy the thing, but they also have to pay an exorbitant amount of fees. You go and you launch a NFT on Polygon, it's instant, literally, it's all pretty much free, and then anyone buying it transfers to them instantly. It's cheaper the coin, I mean, you're still going to have the same price point, whatever, but it makes the transaction is effectively, it is the best setup that I've ever seen. Absolutely amazing. Now, those of you who know who Metamorphosis is, I don't know if anyone, or not Metamorphosis, listen to me, Morpheus, excuse me, Morpheus.network. They are integrating with Polygon to simplify supply chain activities. Supply chain software as a service platform Morpheus.network has announced its integration with Polygon, a decentralized Ethereum scaling network to simplify supply chain operations. Interesting. Our integration between Morpheus.network and Polygon is an exciting one. And this is from their CEO, excuse me. And we are excited to see what the future holds as the adoption of blockchain technologies rises. The flexibility and efficiency of our blockchain technologies middleware platform make it a standout in its industry, and it is clear that Morpheus.network is here to stay for many years to come. Their integration with Polygon is a big deal. I have said this over and over and over about Polygon. They aren't just a layer 2 for Ethereum. They have their own layer 1 platform too. And last I checked, there was like 64, 68% of new distributed applications were being launched on Polygon, not Ethereum, not Sol, not Cardano, Polygon. The real applications are being used inside of that network. And yet it's down 16% today so far. Been saying it, people, everything's coming down. It's all going to come down. Because the old system is dying, and it's going to try and drag the new system down with it so that the old system owners can collect as many of the new system as they possibly can. Please be aware of that. Please be mindful of that. As it becomes evident to the rest of the world, this is just my take of what's realistically going to happen here. I really, really think this is what's going to happen. Now, Bitcoin looks like it's going to hit 29,000. I think we'll hit 29,000 and then it'll spike back up. That's just a theory. We'll see. All right, we're going to run through the chat, say hey to everybody. And if you got any questions, and they kind of treat it like a Q&A. If you've stuck around this long, do me a favor, smash the likes on the video. It does help other people find this type of content. It realistically helps the channel out, and I do appreciate it for sure. We got Clint Westwood in the house. Bye. Yes, sir, it is. It is a time to accumulate. It really is. It's a blessing to be able to see this. It's fantastic. Thanks, brother, for dropping in. Appreciate you being here. Tom, what's up, brother? It's good to see you. Appreciate you as always. And we have the badass accountant in the house. What's up? How are you? Appreciate you popping in. It's been a little bit. Really appreciate you jumping in here. Who else we got here? We got Crypto Disposition. What's up? How are you? Good to see you. Gloria, good morning. How are you? Well, it's afternoon here, actually. So we got Trini Man. What's up? Appreciate you jumping in. We've got Sai. How are you? It's good to see you. It's good to see you all. Y'all are great. Appreciate everyone being here. Let's see. Who else do I have in the chat? You guys all have a conversation the whole time, so it's kind of like if I miss anyone, I apologize. We got Lithia. What is up? How are you? Appreciate you being here. Oh, lovely. Yeah. So the 29,000 is Div Daddy's call. There's several people saying that. So it kind of comes to a consensus, if you will. We'll see. I don't know if it realistically will hit that, but there are some other chart analysis. I don't do the whole charting thing. I look more for the sentiment. I look for the emotional aspects of it, and then the different ties to each other. Like I mentioned before, the Dow Jones is now slightly more valuable, if you will, than Bitcoin, because Bitcoin's 31.7. The Dow is 32.3. So it really, the correlation is concerning. It's concerning. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and cut it there. There will be no Patreon show this afternoon. I have some stuff I have to take care of. I will not be able to do a show. I do apologize. Go ahead and tell you guys that now. I have some stuff happening with work and some things that I I cannot miss those things. So I will pick that up tomorrow. I think. Well, I'll know more tomorrow. Everything should go according to plan for tomorrow. So, thank you all for being here. It does mean a lot to me that you are. I wouldn't be doing it without you guys, gals. I really would not be doing it without you all. So, anyways, we'll talk to you later. Y'all have a wonderful and blessed day. See ya.